The life of a project manager involves running a lot of meetings. So if you want to be good at what you do, it is important you know how to run a team meeting online. After facilitating hundreds and hundreds of meetings for project teams, I know what works well and what doesn't. And today I want to share with you some of my favorite techniques for running virtual meetings that rock. Plan and share your agenda in advance. Now, without a good team meeting agenda, you can end up wasting everyone's time, including your own. Setting an agenda and objectives not only respects everyone's time, but it also keeps your project team aligned. Create a clear, concise agenda outlining topics and objectives and distribute it at least a day or two before the meeting. That gives people time to prepare. You also want to invite team members to add any discussion points or questions too. Now, during the online meeting, open the agenda on your screen and share it with the team. Use it as a guide for what you talk about in the meeting. Now, here's a tip. Definitely use a template for your agenda so you're not reinventing the wheel every time you have a meeting. While we're talking about online meetings, if you run projects, be sure to get my guide on how to avoid the 10 most common mistakes new project managers make. I'll put it in the link below. Test your technology and set it up early. This seems kind of obvious, but you'll be surprised how many virtual meetings I have been in where tech does not work. Nothing's worse than leaving people waiting while you're trying to find a key document, or even worse, when you open applications a couple of minutes before the meeting and your computer starts to do an update. Spend 15 minutes before the meeting to check your internet connection, audio, and video. Do any software updates, and if you have back-to-back meetings, please do this first thing when you start your workday. Just like with in-person meetings where you get your flip charts, markers, and projection screen ready to go, get all your documents open on your screen that you need for your virtual meeting. This is going to be really, really important so that you're effective and efficient. Now, for really important meetings, I plug my computer directly into the router so I don't run into any Wi-Fi problems. Have a backup plan, like maybe a phone dial-in in case any technical issues come up. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, I've learned this one the hard way. When I first started my group coaching calls, I had a full house and all of a sudden my call dropped due to my Wi-Fi. I was the meeting lead and I wasn't in the call. I was scrambling to get back on the call and I couldn't. Let me tell you, it was a terrible feeling. Hence the suggestion for the backup plan and hard wires to your router. Engage the team on screen. Communication is key on projects, and body language is a real important part of that. Whatever online platform you use, there's almost always an option for video. So set the expectation with your team that you want them to turn their cameras on. When we can't see other people, we can't gauge their reaction and see how things are landing with them. This is important. You wouldn't hold an in-person meeting in the dark, would you? So why would you do it on an online meeting? Because I'll tell you this, the reason most people don't put on their cameras, it's usually because they're working on other stuff. And then they're not really engaged in your meeting. Now, that's why it's so important to turn your camera on. You can't exactly make it mandatory to have people turn their camera on, but you can explain why there is value to it. If they don't put on their camera, you can have a separate one-on-one conversation with them, or really importantly, reevaluate if you really need them in the meeting. If they're working on other stuff, then you have to ask yourself the hard question. Do they need to be there? Another way to engage people in an online team meeting is to ask questions and invite them to give input. You can use polls, chats, reaction emojis, and if it helps to keep the conversation dynamic, use breakout rooms if you have more detailed work to do for the team to create. Break the ice. Now here's a disclaimer. Some people think icebreakers are childish, but honestly, I think they can have tremendous value when used properly. The thing is, with online meetings, you don't get a chance for chit chat beforehand like you do with in-person meetings. So I like to start with an icebreaker activity to help loosen the mood a little, get everyone to relax, and get the conversation going. This is really important at the beginning of the project when everyone is new and what It's called the forming stage of team dynamics. This is when everyone is polite, agreeable, and just getting to know the norms of the group. I teach about the concept of team dynamics in my Slay Project Management online course because your projects are made up of people. So when you understand team dynamics, it helps you as a project manager be a better leader. If you're wondering what are some quick icebreakers, try some of these. What you want to do is you want to make sure you go through them quickly because you do not want it to take up a lot of time. I'm talking about 5-10 minutes max. Now, one good icebreaker is called fun facts. When you send out your agenda, ask the attendees to send in a fun fact about themselves that other people in the meeting won't likely know. And at the start of your meeting, you can read the fun fact and have people guess who it belongs to. This one is great for sparking conversation and learning about your colleagues. Another good icebreaker is, would you rather? Pose a fun, lighthearted would you rather question, like, would you rather climb Mount Everest or spend the day at the beach? Encourage quick responses in the chat or via video. This one sparks laughter and engages the team right from the start. And last is a quick poll icebreaker. If you have a lot of people in your team meeting, this can be a good way to get everyone involved while not taking too much time. Use your meeting software poll feature to ask a playful question like, what's your favorite work from home perk? Or another one is, what's your go-to productivity booster? Or how about, what's in your cup? Coffee, tea, water, smoothie. Share the results immediately and ask people to weigh in. This one engages everyone while keeping things light and fun. Keep the meeting focused and on time. With everyone sitting in a chair, staring into a screen, online meetings can get monotonous. So don't set yours up for longer than absolutely you need to. If you need more than an hour, consider breaking it up into more than one meeting. Now, stick to the agenda and gently steer off-topic discussions back on track. Better yet, when you start the meeting, ask for each person's permission to call a timeout, like a referee if they get off track. Use a timer or set time limits for each topic to keep momentum. Follow up with clear action items. At the end of the meeting, take a minute or two to summarize key decisions and next steps. As someone who runs project meetings for years, I can guarantee you will thank yourself for doing this. Record notes right in your agenda of things decided in the meeting. Use those notes to send follow-up emails afterwards. This helps to keep you organized as the PM and helps to keep the team on track. Send out these meeting notes promptly, highlighting assigned task and deadline. Use the follow-up to set expectations for the next meeting. Now that you know how to run online project meetings, you'll also want to know how to steer clear of project mistakes. I've written a checklist on how to avoid project failure. I'll put the link below this video. Watch this video next. It's a step-by-step video on how to create a weekly meeting agenda for your project team. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you found this video helpful, I'd be grateful if you gave it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, we'd love to see them too. See you at the next video.